Original to beat back the Queen Walkers, who dominated them in the first matchup. What will be the story at the end of the day? I think it's all going to be about this war here and now. We had a 12-12 result from our opening match yesterday, but Queen Walkers edged out with a 3.2% destruction advantage. I'm thinking that all signs point to another really tight one here.
I think you are correct, Woody. We are in for one fantastic war. You can see the Battle Blimp has already taken down the single target Inferno, much like we seen Carbon Fin demonstrate in the previous breakdown. But in this one, we just have the Lava Hound coming across to the Archer Queen. So won't have to use a rage spell, uses the Super Wall Breaker to give him access in towards the Town Hall, and that looks exactly where he is driving the Queen.
A slow start, but remember, he's got a little bit of time here. The general mark that we're looking for is 1 minute with the first stage of the attack, whether it's a Warden Walk or a Queen Walk here. Muffin, with a hybrid army of Hogs and Miners, has once again got that danger on his mind, the possibility of that last second fail looming close, as we just saw a 99% 2-star fail. He's got to move quick and fast now through this top layer, taking down the Town Hall as quickly as he can to set up for the second stage of this raid. But nuking this Barbarian King will be another good blast against the Queen Walkers. Being able to finish off that huge enemy hero is super important. Only has got the Royal Champion and that Archer Queen on the backside bottom, those heroes defending as best they can.
Yes, and we are already 1 minute and 30 seconds into the attack. It is crazy to think, Woody, that previously some of the attacks had 3-starred already. That is the incredibleness we witnessed. But the Hogs and the Miners are driving in from the right-hand side. The Queen now has the single target Inferno locked onto her with the enemy Queen. Ability is popped, but it is all about the Hogs and Miners trying to get down the right-hand side.
I wonder what his plan is for the single target Inferno. Is he going to commit the freeze spell there to protect his queen? Yes, he does. Gets the freeze off, and that's going to give another little bit of leg room for that Archer Queen to stretch out and deal her damage slowly but surely. The Miners and the Hogs have done their job on the right side of the base, tearing through the Eagle Artillery now, and just have to worry about that scatter shot. Drop another freeze. It's a blizzard of destruction as Muffin has got one more chance to prove his worth. A 3-star still in his sights, but only 35 seconds left for cleanup.
The Grand Warden is doing what he can. What an incredible move to take down the scatter shot. But over to the Archer Queen side, there were 3 black bombs which took down the healers. And unfortunately, that leaves the Queen a little bit vulnerable. Looks like he might have struggled on time anyways. It's getting incredibly close though, Woody. 13 seconds. He could still get this one. 10. Oh my word, the Queen is stepping
He's
up.
stretching it real thin. Barbarian slicing away at that gold mine. Archer Queen and Grand Warden, take out the storage! Fire away!
Oh my word!
Got it!
3 stars on the buzzer! You mentioned how important it was to not spend too long with the Queen Walk. He played that one perfectly. He couldn't have asked for a more perfectly timed attack.
Oh man, I have to fan myself out after that one. I don't know, you might have to call in us up. I think that was just about as much stress as I can handle for one day, and I know that the rest of the 11 original squad are right there with me. Queen Walkers had their fingers crossed, recrossed. I'm sure they had their arms behind their back, their legs crossed, everything that they could possibly do to hope that those defenses could hold on, but there's no more hoping. It's all about destruction on their side now. Akira will be the next attacker. The Queen Walkers have a shot at revenge.
Well, let's not forget, they got 3 stars against 11 original on the bounce yesterday, and Akira did get the 3-star for Queen Walkers earlier on today, so he is perfect. 2 attacks, 6 stars, and he is looking for the triple on this one as well, sneaking in that Headhunter to try and take down the Barbarian King. We do have Headhunters on defense coming across, which can be devastating to the Archer Queen, but she is clinging on here, Woody, and it looks good moving into the base.
The punishing purloinment of the 3rd star from the Queen Walkers leaves them with justified rage. They're going to have to take that rage and condense it into action, though, now. Akira also going a bit slow off with his queen charge of his own here. Has got the first stage down, but it's going to be a bit slow with the Miner Hog support. I think that this base is a bit more stretched out than the one that we just saw, so he'll really need that additional firepower from the siege barracks coming along the bottom to back up this Barbarian King if he wants to get the job done, Judo.
Yeah, well, with the Super Wall Breaker, he's got good access for the Queen to move along the right-hand side, Barbarian King along the left-hand side with the Hybrid coming straight through the middle of the base. It is performing well at the moment, but out of sight are two scatter shot towards the back end of the base. That is why he is saving the Rage, the Heal. They need to be perfectly placed. Here they come with the Heal initially, trying to keep as many Hogs and Miners moving through, but we have giant bombs going off left, right, and center. I can't even see what is going on in the middle of the base here, Woody.
An alleyway of destruction right behind that town hall led to so many troops falling, but Akira has found his way toward the light at the end of the tunnel, continues to pummel these defenses, and with another rage spell, another freeze spell to shortly follow thereafter, he ought to be able to get another job done. The Archer Queen is down though, and she's the troop who so often is able to get the last blast at these defenses, forcing out the Royal Champion's shield. She doesn't go straight for the Inferno Tower. Will he have enough for cleanup at the end? That last freeze might be just enough to get the job done.
With 40 seconds, I think he has more than enough, Woody. The freeze spell kept the Royal Champion alive. He has troops all over the map. 11 Original thought they had the advantage, but Queen Walkers come right back at them, Banks.
Exactly, Akira from Queen Walkers and Muffin from 11 Original going toe-to-toe, putting up triples on the board for both of their clans, and we are off to the races with an incredible war ahead of us. I cannot wait to see what else they have in store for us, Woody.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but my voice is starting to feel a bit strange from casting these matches. They're getting so close to 99%, 100%, teetering over the edge. And when it matters so much to get that third star, you know that they've got the emotions pumping just as hard as we feel it back here on the casting stage, and just as their fans do in the chat as well. But there's no pause button on this war. Eve Mark is back to try to get his team on top again against a Queen Walker squad that is going toe-to-toe with 11 Original. They are both down in the lower bracket and are fighting for their lives. Elimination looms large for whichever team fails to get more stars this time around.
Yes, and they are both coming out swinging. A wide approach from Eve Mark here, taking down a lot of buildings in the center, including the clan castle with the lightning spells. Then has his heroes coming in from each and every direction. He actually 3-starred against the Queen Walkers with this exact strategy yesterday. And this is quite an incredible start, Woody. The left-hand side of the base is virtually gone.
Archer Queen, with her ability, has got a couple of really important targets ahead of her. The Royal Champion, Inferno Tower, and maybe even a little bit of chip damage on the scatter shot out back if she can. But dang, that's a lot of splash damage dumped right onto her. Even with that Royal Cloak ability up, she can still take damage even if she can't be targeted. Eve Mark misses out on an opportunity to get a bigger hit in there, but I think that he's well justified out the early stage of that strike in the damage that he was able to get in so far. Lava Loons are coming in, but a couple of sneaky Teslas out the bottom right corner are going to cause some trouble for them, forcing out that haste spell. He catches the Seeking Air Mine, and just as those Lava Hounds pop, I'm still worried about the air defense out back, Judo.
Yes, and he's already used the Grand Warden's ability with 2 scatter shots over towards that area as well. He's trying to force some balloons in towards the southern air defense, as you mentioned, Woody, trying to send balloons in from each and every direction to the scatter shot. Oh, but they are taking them down incredibly fast. Can they get to the back end scatter shot? That one minion distracting one strike could be huge. They are getting closer, but it is on a knife edge right now.
Such an incredibly valuable offensive troop just to distract one little hit from the scatter shot. Remember, the scatter shot can splash damage on every troop behind it, but it can't hit anything that's directly on top of it. And that's what we see right now. Eve Mark delivers the final blow, drops the bomb, 3 stars!
3 stars, Woody. Wow, we knew this was going to be an incredible war, but we might not have predicted 3 stars right off the bat. None of these teams want to go home, and we will be finding out sooner or later which one it will be that advances.
My jaw is left agape, and that doesn't happen very often. The Queen Walkers are once again in a tight spot that they are going to have to wriggle out of. 11 original planned and dropped everything on this war, their best bases, their most clever attacks, and they are really being rewarded well for it. But the Queen Walkers won't go down that easily. They've beaten 11 original before. They've come from the top side of the bracket and have descended down into the underworld now, where they face off against this three-headed beast. Can Cerberus be chained and restrained? Stodger from Queen Walkers will be the next to give it his shot.
He steps up to the plate. Who will be the first team to crack? Stodger starting out with his Grand Warden walk to the left-hand side. He could actually reach the town hall here. Potentially, that is what he is going for. But he would be using a lot of time, Woody. And we do know how valuable that can be.
Warden walk going a bit slowly, but able to capture the town hall early on is a big, valuable boon for Stodger. Not having to worry about the town hall means that the possibility of that 1-star fail is off the table, and he can focus on destroying as many buildings as possible. Only 4 Yetis, a bit light on the tanking out in front, but 7 bowlers and 3 witches means that this heavy damage comp is going to rely on those heroes. The Barbarian King out in front to tank blows for these big blasts. A P.E.K.K.A going to storm out of the siege barracks right off the bat, and an Ice Golem as well with the main pack here to try to block and freeze up any defenses that are so churlish as to try to fire away at this squad.
Yes, and I love the use of the witches over with the Barbarian King as well. You can see the line of defenses just on the inside of the walls. That will allow the skeletons in order to try and help take them down. Grand Warden's ability nicely protects the Yetis in the center, but the one scatter shot down to the south of your screen is doing a lot of damage, and he takes down the Grand Warden, which is huge because it means the troops now don't have the HP boost.
This Archer Queen in a really tight spot now doesn't have the support of the healers who have switched off onto the Yeti, and now she's getting burnt up by an Inferno Tower, has to wriggle out of that awkward position, but still has her ability to use on the backside. Because of the way that this splash damage focuses fire on big clumps, it tends to kind of whittle down the raid until you get this one last position here that Stodger is relying on, leaning on with all of his weight, hoping that it can hold on despite not even having a Grand Warden to provide the life aura. There still is a lot left to say about these witches, those spawning skeletons all over the map, but taking a giant bomb here and some splash damage there, they're not looking too healthy. Only 36 seconds left and still so much base to cover, Judo.
Still so much base, but Stodger is dealing with this like the professional we know he is, saving onto the hero abilities until the last moment. Getting the single target Inferno down was huge, Woody, and saving onto the Royal Champion's ability. Notice that one little archer as well, out of range, trying to help with the buildings, saving the Royal Champion shield. It is going to come down right to the wire again. 95 with 5 seconds left. Are we going to get it? Oh my word, 99!
Royal Champion tosses the spear! It's in the hole! Stodger's done it! Another eagle for the Queen Walkers!
4 for 4. Some incredible triples being put up on the board right now. Queen Walkers and 11 Original neck and neck right now. I cannot believe what I am seeing. This is exactly the kind of war that we were hoping for and that we expected to see between these two clans, Woody.
Huge showing from every single player so far. The best war of this month, in my opinion. The Clash of Clans World Championship has got a lot left to say, even with this Elim match, which could have very well been a World Finals showing between 11 Original and Queen Walkers, squads that have been on the main stage before and know how to turn the pressure up when they need every single ounce of energy invested into this competition. They have done so and are not going to disappoint their fans with the last 3 attacks each.
They are stepping up and doing everything that we expected. Just think of that one little archer. Oh, the battle blimp on this one spawns outside of the base. I think that was intended to get inside towards the single target Inferno whilst pulling the clan castle. So a little bit of an error there by Eve Timor. The Tesla farm did indeed throw him off. How crucial will that be, Woody?
Denial of access to that compartment is massive, Judo. Single target Infernos can destroy an entire raid. If they annihilate a key hero meant to knock out a few big compartments, that can be the end of it. Eve Timo might have just spelled out doom in the beginning stages of this attack. We're already 1 minute in, and now's when you would expect to see the main force deployed. 13 miners and 10 hogs is a well-balanced hybrid hit here with 3 party wizards to back it up too. That's going to be a lot of damage in a very short amount of time, so keep an eye out for splash damage structures and giant bombs like the one you just saw there exploding on those miners. That's going to be the key threat to this ground-based raid. A multi-target Inferno on the backside could be a lot more worrisome than Timo had planned for, and with an Eagle Artillery far out of reach so far, that's going to be several shots that this defensive structure from Stodger will be able to deploy.
It will, but the Hogs and Miners are doing a good job right now, Woody. They get through the first scatter shot. Grand Warden's ability used because they start to split up. They take the single Inferno. Thankfully, they move back across to the rest of the troops. They do have that lovely L shape that we talk about, so we know they will track through the base. And look at the Barbarian King to the north, who has continued to set the funnel. It is all about the multi-target Inferno. The Royal Champion is stepping up. Can she get it? She is getting low on health though, Woody. Oh, she's not going to be able to do it. The Grand Warden steps up. We've still got Miners. He could still get this.
Miners looking really fragile, though, falling in the face of this ferocious Inferno fire. Heating up the Grand Warden now. It finally takes down that key target, but what's left to clean up? A party wizard? A goblin? 2 archers? That's not a whole lot. 33 seconds left. Keep an eye on that archer queen in the middle. That could be the last structure to remain.
Yes, he wanted the party wizard to go for the wall in order to go in towards the Archer Queen altar. It is not going to be enough because the troops will have to go through the wall in order to get them structures. And with less than 10 seconds, it is an incredible effort. It keeps the percentage very high for 11 Original with 98, but it's the first attack where it is not a 3-star.
All he would have needed was one more hog or miner to send over the walls to get to those 2 structures, but couldn't keep that troop handy. He needed every single ounce of energy he could invest to get the damage dealt that he could. Still, 99.3% average destruction is a very impressive display from 11 Original, and basically forces Queen Walkers to get the 3-star or they'll be falling behind.
They could, but think about it this way, Woody. 11 Original with 2 out of 3 3-stars and 99.3% total damage, and they could fall behind after 3 attacks. That is pretty amazing. It's one of the best percentages we have seen. Oh, but he's struggling straight away here. Gaku has to use the freeze because of the clan castle troops. Queen trying to get through this area. He does have a party wizard helping out. It looks like he's just adapted well enough, but that could be costly later on in the attack.
Yeah, big yikes, but super heads-up play from Gaku, and that is exactly what you would expect from a World's Finalist qualified player. The Queen Walkers have got their squad down pat, and this is why you need to keep so close attention to every little thing that happens. The traps, the CC troops, there's no way to plan for what's going to happen once the fire starts burning, and with Gaku's heads-up play there, he's able to take down the Town Hall and keep on his path of glory. Inferno Tower has been demolished, and a shot at the enemy Queen coming on now. Rage up those healers, though, because you're going to need a lot of support to stay alive through so many shots coming in.
He's got this. The rage keeps the Queen alive. Beautiful super wall breaker to give her access, and she will walk around to the right-hand side of the base because the hybrid comes in to the left. There's not a lot in order to take her down now that he has the second rage, but with the scatter shot, it will be enough. The healers transfer across. This is going to be costly because the scatter shot will now do a lot of damage. There are 2 of them raining fire into the Hogs and the Miners. Is it going to pay off for him, Woody?
Archer Queen goes down, just lost all of her healer support, but the last one that remains will swap off and help out those miners a tiny little tidbit before she gets taken down by the sinking air mine. Lots of wizards and hogs rampaging through the top lane of the base. That's a massive amount of damage, but can they crush these defenses before the traps just start to pile up on them? Giant bomb explodes and those hogs take another big hit. Grand Warden doing his best to spread that life aura around, but we don't have a whole lot more in the chamber left to throw at this raid, and Gaku still has a scatter shot. That key Town Hall 13 defense ahead of him. Royal Champion tosses her spear heroically.
Oh, she missed it! Oh, one more strike and she would have got that. I don't think it would have been enough anyway, but you've got to say it would have made a huge difference. He saved onto the heal spell until the final moments, doing everything he could, but unfortunately, it will not be enough, and it will actually be advantage to 11 Original. Still an incredible performance by both teams, though.
That's right, Judo. A sigh of relief from the 11 Original squad as their defenses have now started to hold up as well. Attacking takes so much out of you, and with every single battle so far in this war, the stakes have gone even higher for both clans, going tit for tat in the now high 90 percentages, Banks.
Exactly, incredible to say that a 90% 2-star is our lowest attack score of this war so far. Now, I was going to touch on this earlier as well because we had such a strong start from both clans that in the event of a tie, at the end of the war, it will come down to time of attack. So time of each triple, that's how we'll break it down. So in the event of a tie between stars and percentage, that's what we'll come down to. But it doesn't look likely now with a 99.3% average for 11 Original and Queen Walker's sitting on 96.7. It's still anyone's matchup, Judo.
It is certainly anyone's matchup. What you were saying was there was potential for a perfect because both teams giving it what they had. That's when it would have came down to time. But the percentage game now is in effect. Can the Queen Walkers catch back up? But Lewis has the opportunity in order to pull themselves even further ahead. He did get a 3-star with the Yeti Smash in the 11 Original matchup yesterday where they had to fight back. So we know he has the talent to be able to use this attack strategy, Woody.
Lewis does a lot of friendly challenges to improve his skill and spends so much time testing bases that he is one of the guys that 11 Original relies on most in the late section of this war to pull it back ahead for 11 Original. They've got a lead right now, but just a very slim one at that, and slipping up with even just a single attack could be the end of their run through this August qualifier. Lewis for our 11 Original gets all of his troops nicely concentrated at that 5 o'clock position and supporting them with that Grand Warden. He'll get an awesome entry into this space. Gonna pop that ability just as soon as his Town Hall is within sight to ensure that his troops are all well protected from the Giga Bomb. The damage is now dumped in, and that's going to be it. Moving back onto the Eagle Artillery and the Archer Queen on the reverse end. Can they get the damage in? It looks like they haven't focused the Eagle Artillery yet, Judo.
They haven't. He managed to get incredible pathing in towards the center of the base, but now the Yetis are taking huge amounts of damage. He's only at 55%. He does still have a lot of troops and a lot of gas left in this attack with the freeze spell as well, but you've got to say, with 4 expos and the clan castle to the top of the base, surely he is going to run into some problems here, Woody.
That's the difficulty I see so often with these big, heavy hits against such skilled defenders. You thrust right into the middle, and even if you tear the core to ribbons, you've got to be able to get out of there. You're going to have fire focused on you from all angles of this base, and that's what's happening now to Lewis. With just the last bit of strength, he's deployed his final wave of hogs, sent in a poison spell to take care of the clan castle, and has got his shot at glory. 36 seconds left, and the base is being destroyed. Lewis surviving much longer than anyone could have possibly expected, and with only 10% left of this base, he might have the 3-star in his grasp.
He just needs to finish off the time, but the percentage is clocking up. 98, 99 with 10 seconds left, and Lewis is securing another 3-star for 11 Original and making sure that they are in the driving seat here in order to make sure they progress and send the Queen Walkers packing.
What a showing by Lewis, giving us another 3-star to total it up to 5 out of the 7 attacks we've seen so far this war. The tightest fight, the biggest battle, the heaviest bases, the most clever strats that come down to the wire. 11 Original and Queen Walkers putting on not just a show match, but with huge stakes on the line too. This qualifier has got so many lessons to learn from any aspiring pro clashers out there, and Lewis is given a masterclass in it.
Exactly, and showing how to keep your cool under pressure, making sure that all of the spells required for that final part of the base and the hero abilities were left intact in order to get it done. But it is now on the Queen Walkers. They have to get the 3-star here. They trail on percent, and 11 Original secured the next 3-star. Here we go. It is Klaus with the lightning spells into Lava Loon.
We've got heavy defense of the clan castle and the town hall in this space, both really centralized. That presents an awkward situation for an attacker who's, I think, more used to, in this meta, seeing the town hall pretty far outside and having an easier chance at taking it down. That's going to be a big spell investment early on from Klaus, using those Earthquake and Zap spells to be able to finish off the clan castle and negate a big defensive boon that Luis was leaning on here, but I don't know if that's going to be justifiable. Only has 3 haste spells and 2 freezes to back up this Lava Loon push. No rage at all to keep them on target, and he doesn't have any healers for his Archer Queen at all. It's all going to come down to how hard he can deliver this final blow.
Yes, he's going to be counting very heavily on the Lava Loon. He did get the Archer Queen in that area as well, which is massive because the balloons are a defense targeting troop. And I think it was the Grand Warden statue as well, which, believe it or not, is a very heavy defense. It can really pack a punch. The Archer Queen will take down the first scatter shot, which is massive. And it looks like we're swooping around from the 4 o'clock area, trying to get a good push in towards the town hall, with even more balloons coming in from the bottom area of the base, Woody.
With a heave-ho, here he goes. Klaus from Queen Walkers sends the balloons in a beautiful line across the bottom right side of the base. Inferno Tower's heating up and tearing down that stone slammer, but on pops a dragon. That town hall is about to go down, and a very patient Eternal Tome from the Grand Warden will protect almost all of these balloons. Unfortunately for Klaus, they're gonna lose. No, actually, I thought he was gonna lose the dragon to the Inferno Tower, but it got pushed out of the path by the air sweeper, and instead spent a little bit more time hanging out with the Royal Champion. Finishing her off, there's still another Lava Hound up top that pops, protecting these balloons. Can they make it to the top?
Scattershot goes down. Ego will quickly follow. The balloons are having to go up to the Tesla farm. They want that 3-star. They want the Queen Walkers to continue in this battle. And it looks like we might just do that with 2 grounded Expos. The balloons cruise on up towards the Tesla. They will take it down. And the Queen Walkers come right back at 11 Original with a responding 3-star. I can't believe what we are witnessing here, Woody.
Words of their glory will reverberate throughout time. The Queen Walkers and 11 Original, with 11 stars apiece, have got more stars on the board than some clans got throughout their entire wars already. They still have another shot to fire off. Banks, cue it up for us.
Klaus with an incredible attack there, really managing to power his way through that base using those balloons with such precision. It was an absolutely incredible watch. It's time for these 2 clans to wipe the sweat off their hands, strap in, because this is their last chance to stay in the running for the golden ticket, Judo.
Well, if you needed an attack to be a 3-star, it is right now. Let's remember, if 11 Original get the 3-star, they do have the percentage advantage. So they will pack this one up and be finished. It is Eve Calais, the leader of 11 Original, recently became a streamer as well over on Twitch, and he is looking to get the 3-star and secure the victory for 11 Original.
Adrenaline pumping through his veins, the weight of the world falling all on him. A 3-star here now from Eve Kala would close it all out and send 11 Original on to the playoffs. But anything less than that would set a high bar, but one that Queen Walkers could vault over with a perfect performance. 11 Original starting off with their Queen Walk on the top right side. A little bit of a misplacement from those healers who are taking fire fire now from that Archer tower. That's going to slow down the Archer Queen quite a bit as she pops through that Lava Hound, but can't get the poison spell to help out with the pups. That's going to force another insulating balloon to try to protect her push, but wow, not a fantastic start so far for Eve Kala.
Yes, he's lost a couple of balloons, which could be crucial in terms of the attack. He also lost a healer, so that is nigh on 25 housing space because of that one Archer tower. As you mentioned, if it is not a 3-star, then the Queen Walkers can take this, irrespective of percentage. So Eve Kala, with everything on the line, trying to keep his queen alive, freezes the Expo and the Grand Warden statue, powering on forward. He really needs a good start here to get the Hogs and Miners cruising through the base.
He's asking everything that he can get from these healers, but only 2 of them left to try to top off an Archer Queen who has been through the ringer, facing a gauntlet. She charges in nonetheless, maybe to her own doom, but maybe to still save this war. Eve Kala's forces are now on the path to glory. The Eternal Tome pops, and with those holy words, the Hog Riders are protected from the Giga Bomb. But can they face what is left in this base?
They are doing incredible. The tornado trap out of the way. The Archer Queen dealt with that. No scatter shots left. They take the enemy queen, trying to get towards the multi-target inferno. The Eagle Artillery will now fall with the Queen's ability, the Royal Champion's ability. Eve Kala still has a shot here. He's got miners around the base. It is starting to fall, but it could still go either way, Woody.
Tiptoeing one way or the other like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This base is teetering, rocking on the very precipice of victory. Eve Kala trying to deliver that last shot at glory. 25 seconds left and 84% overall damage. He doesn't have any troops for cleanup along the outer edge, and stuck on a wall. They're flat on their face. Eve Kala will not get the 3-star, but that 2-star in the high 80 percentage leaves Queen Walkers with a grim task ahead of them, Judo.
They still have to get the 3 stars or an incredibly high percentage 2-star. 86% by Eve Kala drops the average percentage to 96.8, meaning that the Queen Walkers could still take this from a 2-star, but it would have to be an incredibly high 2-star. What are we witnessing?
Take a look at the replay real quick as the number crunchers will go back and figure out how high Queen Walkers have to go in order to surpass the total set by 11 original. We see a heroic struggle in the core of the base as Hog Riders spread out, fanning in trigonometric fashion to try to get the perfect angle on an Inferno Tower. Enemy queens dashing about. It was chaos, Judo.
It certainly was. Yuta 14 stepping up. He needs the 75. Oh no, that's his tournament stats. I do apologize. I'm sure we will find out momentarily. But if he gets the 3-star, he takes it home for the Queen Walkers. He certainly improved on his attack yesterday, moving up to 95% in his previous attack, which confirmation is in. That is actually what he needs in this attack, Woody.
Wow, 95% is a huge bar to set. Going to be really difficult for the Queen Walkers to make it all the way up there. They don't have any wiggle room at all against an 11 original squad that has put up a dominating showing so far. But as we've said before, and as we will definitely say again, 3 stars is enough to win the war. This final attack is the determinant for the Queen Walkers' future in this August qualifier. The golden ticket ahead of them, $1 million prize pool for this year's event, and the Queen Walkers, previous World Finals qualifiers, have got another shot to make it there.
He's trying everything he can. The Royal Champion did not get the scatter shot over to the right-hand side, and it is devastating his Archer Queen. He's got to be careful because it could lock onto the healers as well and even be more devastating, trying to keep the Queen's ability. There it goes. It's onto the healers. If it takes the healers down, it could be attack over. He has to freeze, uses the rage, trying to get to the town hall, but this is devastating for the Queen Walkers.
Forced into such a desperate and awkward situation this early in the raid, Yuta 14 has got to be worried about what that means for the rest of this attack. 2 dire targets on the back end. Inferno Towers standing like the eye of Sauron in the distance. forging their path into the Mount Doom. Can Yuta 14 send his troops to an uncertain future and come back with victory? Remember, he needs 95% in order to defeat the 11 original squad.
Well, the balloons are charging on forward. They're just going around the Eagle Artillery. And with the enemy Archer Queen still alive, she is wrecking the balloons. And there is some buildings on the outside, but I don't think it's going to be the 95%, Woody. What an attack it was, trying to adapt. That is very difficult to do in order to pull out the high percentage 2-star, irrespective of your healers going down. He's still done incredible here. But it will be 11 Original who progress onto tomorrow through the most exciting war I think we have witnessed in a long time, Banks.
I do believe you are correct there, Judo. Congratulations to 11 Original. A brilliant performance from both clans. However, 11